Hello, welcome to our live stream. I'm Jen, and this is our weekly conversation lesson. The topic today is customer service. So just to give you a little bit of background, in case you don't know who I am, this is your first time, you stumble across the replay of this, then I am Jennifer. So Jen is short for Jennifer. I am from the United States. I live in Germany. And every week I try to give people all around the world the opportunity to practice their English in a nice group setting. So yeah, so this is our lesson. Let me turn on my comments here so I can see who else here. Okay, there we go. And so I try to give you an opportunity each week to learn new phrases. Hey, Mohammed dear, you can see me. Cool. So far, so good. I am not the most technologically advanced person. Hello to you, Hitoko dear. But I try to offer lessons where people can learn new vocabulary words, idioms, phrasal verbs, speak with each other, create a community. I travel a lot. I happen to be on the island Ibiza at the moment. And everywhere I go, I find that people always say, I don't have anyone to practice my English with. Well, if that is the case for you, you are more than welcome to join our community. Oops, I don't know, I have that poll up. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I just created that last minute. Hold on. Doop. Never mind. That's coming later. So it's kind of weird for me because I am looking directly ahead, which I think is the camera, but actually I think I have to look there. So if I am not looking in the right place, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you are in the center of the camera. Now is it okay? Can you see me? Okay. When was that? That was 3:02. So now, yes, this is how it should be. This was supposed to be my welcome to you. So welcome everyone again. So to give you an idea, some of the things that we will cover today, we will talk about polite ways of starting a complaint. This was something that on our lesson on Tuesday, I felt was missing because it's easy to state the pasta is overcooked, but it's hard to do that initial way of saying it. And in English, you need to be very careful because if you live in a country where you can just be direct, that's not English. And you can burn a lot of bridges that way. So yeah, hey Carmen, darling, welcome. Hello to you. So happy to have all of you on board. We're going to talk about polite ways, polite starting, so phrases to be able to complain, customer service vocabulary, how to handle complaints professionally. We will travel to restaurants and to hotels and to, I think that's it. I did have hair salon and then I thought, oh gosh, this is getting too long. So if we see that we have more time and you want to cover another place, we will do hair salons as well. We'll take a poll, which was at the beginning of this, which shouldn't have been. So you've all seen the poll, all of you who have made it this far have seen the poll. We will have questions related to technology and customer service and idioms and phrases. So we have a really action-packed lesson. And so my first question for you is this. Have you ever worked in customer service and what was it like? Maybe you can tell me where you have worked. Where all have you worked in service? I have worked in service. I worked at a video store, so this definitely dates me. Be kind, rewind was a phrase we would say. For those of you who never really experienced video, it was, yeah, those were the days. And so video store, I worked in an Italian restaurant. Where else? So language schools, of course, as an English teacher. I'm trying to think of what else. And I don't know. And I think it's nice to be in the service industry. I think that every young person should have the chance of working in the service industry because it builds character. Hello, Yuki, darling. Have you ever had a job in the service industry? So Carmen says, hey, Michaela, darling, hello. So Super Value Supermarket in Ireland and as a hairdresser. Okay, which is more complicated, working in a supermarket or working at a hairdresser's? What would you say? Yeah, and little shout outs to Yuki. Yeah. So, what would you say? What is life like working in a supermarket? I'm not sure if you have this option, but from what I've heard, if you tap the like button during a live stream, then it helps to send out that we are live to other people. So if you don't mind, if you could hit the like button, if you do like this, then that would be awesome, because then maybe we'll have other people, some new people who will also join us. I don't see this here, but yeah. What is a VHS store? Yeah. So a video store, you see this sometimes in old movies, old American movies, Blockbuster. I didn't work at Blockbuster, but I worked at a sort of a little mom and pop one. And this, you would go to a store and you had these cassettes, these VHS cassettes. You got the word right. And then they were like about this big, and you had to go there. And if you wanted to see Back to the Future, if they had it, you could rent it. And if not, you had to wait till the next time. And you would rent it and watch the movie and have to bring it back the next day. Today, that seems like a nightmare. Hi, Alessio. Have you ever worked in the service industry? Have you ever worked in a restaurant, a bar, a hotel, anywhere like that? Where can you tell me if you have ever worked in the service industry? So yeah, any other people want to share their comments? If not, I will continue on to our next point. And Yuki and Alessio, y'all came late. I wanted to let you know that yesterday or Tuesday in our live stream, I felt what was missing was to have the option of having an easy or a nice, polite way of being able to complain. I felt like that was missing from our live stream. It's easy to say that your pasta's cold or you're unhappy with the service, but you can really irritate people and not get what you want. No, I've never worked there. Really? Okay. I really think that every young person, every teenager should have to work in the service industry. I think if I were a nice, benevolent dictator, they would all have to work in the service industry, at least for one summer. I think working as a hairdresser is more challenging. Complaints are not always the same, and some customers are just always unsatisfied. Yeah, I can imagine, right? They go in thinking you're going to make them look like Heidi Klum, and that might not happen. All right. Thank you for sharing, Carmen. So let's see. Let's move on to our first slide of the day. And I think this is, for me, the most important one, because I think it's really important to be able to phrase things in a kind and polite way. You make the right impression. And at the end of the day, if you approach someone in a nice way, especially, hello, Anna, Anutka, hello, darling, then you're going to probably get what you want as well. It's just having good people skills. Am I still in this little box here? Am I still here? Because I tested this earlier and somehow it moved me over here. So can you see me? Not that you really need to, but just so that I know what's going on. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up or something. I don't know, a little feedback. That would be awesome. Yeah, to know. But let's go through these, okay? Because these are nice ways. But I built exhibition stands when I was young. Okay. So yeah. All right. I guess that's also kind of servicey. So if you want to approach someone with a complaint, these are some really great sentences that you can use in order to softly approach someone. In Germany, you could just say, the pasta's cold. What are you going to do about it? And nobody would be upset, right, Carmen? We don't need a lot of running around. You should still be nice, but you can say it directly. If you do that in an English-speaking country, you might make someone cry. I don't know. So Michaela says, I've never worked in service industry, but I think it's difficult because customers are never content. Sometimes. Hello, Simni, welcome, or Yasmin. Right, people have also just unrealistic expectations, but we tell them we're not magicians and we are not plastic surgeons. Yes, it would be so great if you were, though. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again, too. So let's read some of these ways to start complaining, softer ways, and go through them right quickly. And if you would like to use any of these in a sentence just to practice it, you are more than welcome to do so. A lot of Japanese people do not complain directly nor strongly. We try to cover up our complaint with mild words. Okay, so Yuki, I take it in Japan, if you use mild words like it wasn't the best or it wasn't so good, then that's your way of like, okay, customer is unhappy. I think that's what you mean. I think you should move a little bit to see you. Okay, where do I need to move? So thank you, Mohammed, to help me. Do I need to move this way? Because from my camera, that looks better. You disappeared. Ah, okay. So can you see me now? I had this problem earlier. I'm not sure what's going on. Is this better or worse? I need a little feedback. We see a sofa and a portrait behind you. Okay, so if I move over this way to the right, is that better? Hello, hi, Mars, darling. Welcome on board. So is this better? I don't see you. I don't know what happened. So what about now? Now is better? Better. Okay, good. Okay, so when I tested it earlier, I had to sit over here. And can you see the phrases and everything? Half of you. Okay, more to the left. We have half of Jen. Perfect. Okay, good. We're in business here. Thanks for helping me. I am new on YouTube and it's a bit of a nightmare for me as a perfectionist. So thank you for the feedback. Thank you for your help. I hope you can still see the slides okay. But we don't see your face. Well, that's not a horrible thing. Wait, can you see, like, am I here? Because this is actually where the camera should be. So I don't know what's happened. So maybe a little bit more feedback. I'm going to read through some of these phrases. So we could start in a kind way by saying, I'm sorry to bother you. Move a little more. Okay, a little more. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to read your comments. So like this, is that better? I don't know. You are still missing. I don't know. Okay, let me try this. Hold on. Is that better? I'm just clicking different things now, okay? You are still missing half of you. Is that better? I'm sorry, folks. That's better? Okay, cool. Okay, so let me see no, the other way. Okay, yes, no, okay. Or, so is this better? This is now solo. Is solo good? No, the other way. Okay, so this is solo. Come to the right side. Okay, I think some of these are like that. Is that good? This is horrible. I am so sorry. We will get this. Come to the right side. So this is the solo layout, and now I see half of my face actually. No, not better. All right, I'm not sure. The other way. Aha. So to the left, this way. That way is better. Is that better? More to your left. Okay, so like this then, I guess. Yeah? Thank you for hanging in with me. This is kind of a nightmare. Yes, woohoo, we figured it out. Your left side. So your left side. So still a little bit left, I guess. Thank you, folks, for hanging in and helping me out. Yay, stay like that. Okay, I'm not moving. Okay, this is where I need to be in order to have a proper live stream. Okay, this is so weird. I'm going to take a picture and put it in our little comments thingy because this is what I see. Hold on. And you're not going to believe that. Okay, anyway. So I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a concern regarding my food, regarding this piece of equipment, whatever. Move a little left. Okay. Then I can't see your comments. This is kind of, all right. If I could have a moment of your time, I'd like to bring up a problem about, so if I could have a moment of your time, I'm sorry to bother you, but, or pardon me, but I'd like to share my experience regarding, excuse me, but I would appreciate your help. I would put a would in there maybe, makes it a little bit more formal, a little bit more polite. I hope you don't mind, but I really don't like where we're sitting right now. It's pretty drafty. Is there something that we can do about it? That would be a nice way of complaining in a restaurant. If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to address an issue. So all of these sorts of phrases are really nice and polite ways for you to be able to complain about something, to start a complaint. And I'm really emphasizing these because in the English speaking world, it's really important that you are polite. I live in a very direct country, in Germany, and so it's no problem. But I don't know, like maybe you can tell me in your country, is it okay to be direct, or do you need, like in Yuki's case, in Japan, to be a little bit more indirect? I hope this is okay. I'm like looking at a tiny little hole on the side of my screen. It's so counter what I know. So maybe you could tell me what's going on. I'm going to turn off these for a second, and I would love to hear some of your cultural examples, if you can be direct or indirect. Let's see. I'm trying to, oh, no, not that one. Ah! Oh, that just got big. I just lost my comments. Okay, hold on. Yikes, there. And there we go. Okay, so, oh, I'm still, so here. Okay, so this is kind of okay. Were you able to see the slide? Give me some feedback, because I didn't know. Maybe I need to put everything over here. I don't know. In Italy, we are more direct, like in Germany. Okay. All right. I would have thought you would be a little bit more indirect. Okay. I think there's sometimes it's nice because you just get to the point. And I've lived in Germany so long that when I go back to the States, I notice how direct I have become. And you can see the look of horror in my fellow Americans' eyes. So yeah, it's something that you learn and unlearn after a while. Let's see if anybody else wants to share what it's like in their country. If you are direct about complaints or indirect, that would be interesting to know. Otherwise, we are going to do a little brainstorming in a restaurant. So what are some potential problems that can happen in a restaurant? What are some things that can go wrong? What are some things that can go wrong in a restaurant? What could you tell me? So I think I'm supposed to look here. I'm trying to look at the person, which is me in the middle of that camera. I'm such a rookie. So one day I'll get this straight. One day. So Carmen, what do you have to say? I have to lean over here because I can't see. Even in Germany, I am annoyed of two direct complaints. And I notice there's a difference when people complain via phone call. They are very direct. And when in the salon, they are not anymore. Hello to you, Mabel in Argentina. Hello. Are people direct with complaints in Argentina? There is a word in Japan, customer harassment. Customer is very impolite. Ooh, we should have that in English. I like that because I think a lot of people they put on the hat of the customer is king and think they can behave any old way. And that's not cool. That's really, having worked in the service industry, this is why I think people should have to work in the service industry. It will give you a bigger and better appreciation for what people have to deal with sometimes that work in shops. So always it's CC. I'm not sure what that means. All right. So what could go wrong in a restaurant? So I said earlier, your pasta could be cold, or you could be sitting in an area where there's a lot of wind or noise, or maybe they sit you at a table next to the bathroom. Not the best table in the restaurant. So Jasmine's saying you could get a wrong meal. Okay, vegetarian could get a piece of meat. Absolutely. Anutka, wrong order, or they pour your order. Okay, they bring your order not in time. A hair in the soup. Ew, 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 ew. Yeah, hair in the soup. Order is wrong, not on time. Meat is well done and you wanted rare. Could happen. Okay. Any other things that you can think of that would be so logical things that could happen in a restaurant that you might want to complain about? Take time for your order. Yeah, maybe it just takes too much time and you're like, or another thing, when you order something and you're with a group and they all receive their food and you don't have food and you're kind of like, please go ahead, start. And then they're like, no, we're waiting for you. And then you feel bad because your food is not there. So that could be a bit of a nightmare. Yuki says, I tried to tell the problems with smaller voice. Aha. So that my complaint doesn't bother anyone. This face, but this face. So like Otoko last week, saying this like this. Yes, I hear you. That's a great idea. Like that you say what you need to say, but you say it in a calm way and then a quiet way. That's nice. Some insect on your plate. Ew, yuck. Maybe your silverware is dirty, or the plate or the glass, your wine glass still has a lipstick ring on it. Maybe something like that could be a way that something that you would need to complain about or alert the staff to. Let's see, noise from other tables. Yeah, that's a complicated one, right? Because it's one of those things, because you don't want to be the one who's like, they're having fun. It's a public place, but also where's my space in this? Yeah, definitely. So great things that we can complain about in restaurants. If anybody wants to contribute any other, that would be awesome. Otherwise, so I have long waiting times, incorrect orders, food quality. You have covered all of those beautifully. The table is dirty. Ugh, that's so disgusting. Yuck. All right, so I'm going to pull up some phrases that we can use to complain. And remember, all of these we can start with our nice and polite phrases from earlier. And if you want to have a little bit of English practice here, then maybe you would want to write in a sentence your complaint. A cockroach under the table, a cockroach anywhere near the table, so on, under, wherever. No, thank you. All right, so let me throw up our slide. Let's see what we've got. And this is our one. So I hope I'm okay. I hope you see me and I hope you see the slide, because I don't see myself at all. Please give me a little bit of feedback. Can you see me and the slide? Because from my side, it's just pillows and cushions. That's all I see. And the chef. So it's really weird. Yeah. So what could we say? I've been waiting for my order for over 30 minutes. So in this case, you're being very direct if you only use this. And this is why I really wanted to emphasize, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've been waiting for my meal for over 30 minutes. Comes across a totally different way than I have been waiting for my order for over 30 minutes, right? So having these soft phrases to use in the beginning is great. Okay, you're behind this chef. Okay. So wait, now do I need to move this way? Is that better? Hello, can you see me? Oh my word, is that better? Can you still make peekaboo? I don't know, I need a little feedback here. No, that's not better. All right, then I need to move, no, the other direction. Is that better? Now I'm like literally so far away from the camera. Okay, your left, on your left. Thank you guys for directing me. Is this a little better? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, I have to move things back the way they were last week, because this just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. This is so incompetent. I am so sorry. My suitcase was broken when I traveled internationally on a plane. Okay, so what happened with that? Did they fix that? Perfect. Okay, so I might have to lean out because I can't read your comments. Hide and seek, exactly. Peekaboo. When you try to read, we can't see you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to read and see you. Next week, I will do it the other way. I didn't have these problems last week, so I will put all of my information, all of my slides to the right, and I think we will be fine and we won't have this drama. I'm very sorry. It's a little bit of a live and learn here with me right now. But yes, please hang in there. Let's figure it out. It seems like the chef is talking to us, right? He's kind of like, so what can I get you? All right, so let's see. Is there no way to put the slides to the other side? Okay, I can click a couple of buttons. If y'all are in for this experience with me, then let's go for it. The angle we're at right now, or the slide layout, is called solo. Okay, this is solo. This is really annoying. This is now picture-in-picture layout. How do y'all like this? Does that work at all? Has anything changed? Because I see absolutely no change. Picture-in-picture. So picture-in-picture, are we voting that is a change? Is that better or worse? No. Okay, let's move to the next one. This is news layout. How is news layout working for us? Because in my world, it looks just as bad. If I complain in a restaurant, no change. Okay, I'm afraid that the waiter will spit in my food, right? You're gonna get the secret sauce, the old spit in the food. How do we like news layout? This is now the third layout. Is that working any better? Because I see not one change at all here. Yeah, I am so sorry that this is not working so properly. And then this one is cinema layout. Again, I see no change whatsoever, not one. And no change. Yep, exactly. I don't know if there's some sort of bug. And this is called share slide. And all I see is the slide. I see nothing but the slide, which is also okay, right? So share slide, you don't see me at all. So everything is bad, no change. Okay, so those are 5 different settings that are supposed to be amazing settings, and none of it works. So great. We can't see you anymore. It's just black. No, dark screen. Okay. So I've gone back to our original horrible one. And next week, I will try to move everything back over to the other side. This was Peter's idea because then I'm actually looking at the camera more than last week. I was just looking at myself. Anyway, so here we go. Yeah. If anybody is technologically, handy with these things, please reach out to me because I'm trying to find an external camera that I can just add to my iPad. But it seems like they do not make external cameras for iPads. Why? I don't know, but that would solve everything. I could just have a little external camera up there, look directly at it, and be done with this whole game. But yes, anyway, I hope you can see me now. Let's go through some of these phrases. We can't see you anymore. Still, is everything okay again? Let me see. Is everything back on track, or are we still in weirdo land here? Exit solo layout. So is everything okay? If you can hear me at the end of the day, we're a team together. We will find a solution. Thank you, Anutka, darling. Thank you for your patience. If you have another phone to read our messages, I don't think I can. I need to look and see if I can go on 2 devices somehow and see this because I'm using a different platform. This is not YouTube. It's a thing called StreamYard that's actually for a desktop. And yeah, because I can't add slides, I can't make things look visually nice on just what YouTube offers. And I'm a bit of a control freak. So yeah, this is painful. We can see you again. Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback. Let's continue on. So again, all of these phrases, if you say just these things on their own, you are going to come across as extremely rude. But if you soften them up with, pardon me, I think I have a problem with this, or there's a problem with this. So this isn't what I ordered. I asked for a salad, not a sandwich. The food is cold and not up to the standard I expected. Using another phone to read our messages is a great solution. It would be if I were directly on YouTube. I don't know if I can do that here. I have to figure that out. That would be awesome. That would be very cool. Also, what is a way to what you can say to an angry customer? So now you're on the service end. I apologize for the delay. Let me check on your order. I'm sorry for the mix-up. Make sure you are correct. sorry, I'll make sure your correct order is prioritized. And my last question here in orange, what are some examples of great customer service in restaurants? So have you ever had an experience in a restaurant where you were like, wow, this is amazing customer service? Tell me about it. I would love to hear about it. If you can think of something, sometimes it's difficult to think of these off the top of your head, but if you can think of anything, you went to a restaurant and maybe there was a problem and they handled it in a wonderful way, then I would love to hear about it. Yeah, okay, that was that. So, all right. Yes, we got a greeting from the kitchen and got a dessert for free. Nice, absolutely nice. So, yeah. You know what? My eyes are so bad, Carmen, that I read curtain as kitchen. I didn't notice that wasn't a T. So yeah, that's how great that is. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a situation where I had excellent customer service. I'm sure that I have, and I feel kind of ungrateful, to be quite honest, that I can't think of an example right now. But surely there's been many times in Spain, here on the island on Ibiza, when you leave, they give you this a little tiny hierbas, a shot of hierbas. It's a liquor made from herbs, so that's always nice. Free dessert always makes me smile. Yes, Yuki, me too. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to move back now. Let's see. I'm going to stop this. Hold on. Here we go. And turn that one off. All right, so I hope you can see me again. I hope we're back in business and everything is okay. So, hierbas, yes, I love that. I need that. I feel like I have a cold coming on. In fact, let me grab my tea because my throat hurts and my ear hurts. So I need to be drinking tea. I got the whole meal for free. Awesome. Nice. All right. So everything good. You can see me relatively well. I can see myself pretty well. So I think we're okay. So we'll stay like this for a second and see where we're going. Has anybody else ever gotten anything for free at a restaurant, or had like great service, or maybe got some sort of voucher or something like that? We see you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. This is so much like, yes, we see you. Move to the left, move to the right, move up, move down. Thank you for helping me out. I promise I will get this to where it's going to work. It might take a time or two, so I appreciate your patience with me. Let's see where we are in our lesson here. Okay, so let's see. I've got another question for you. And here we go. Just free coffee. Hey, free anything? I'm game for that. I'm at home with COVID. Also have forced myself to drink more. Oh, darling, get well soon. Gute Besserung. Sorry you have COVID. How are you feeling? What are your symptoms? So let's see. This one. Okay. So what do you think is the most important quality a customer service representative, what is the most important quality for a customer representative to have, and why? So what qualities should they have? What should you say? So a person who works in service, what kind of qualities are good? What are you looking for? What defines good customer service in a person? What can you tell me? And then we'll have a little vocabulary vocabulary sheet. Carmen, I wish you'd bet. Yes. Gute Besserung, gute Besserung. I'm attending the live from my laptop and I don't have a problem seeing you. Same time I see half of you. So Mabel, you see it. You see me all the time? All right. I don't know. I can't explain it. So we have kindness, we have friendly. Yes, being friendly. What else? Danka, I feel so sick. My whole body hurts. I can't go to the toilet without pain. Oh, sweetie. I got a high fever, coughing, headache, the whole package, really. Oh, sweetie. Oh, no. Well, I hope you get better very, very soon. So almost. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. I got one night free hotel stay. Yes, that's cool. So they should be nice, solving oriented, definitely. So friendly, kind, problem solving oriented, nice. What else can we say? Happy customer service. Yeah, maybe they're happy about serving customers. It's something that they enjoy doing. I think you can get a lot of joy out of making sure that people leave your shop or your place of work knowing they got the best service. I think there's something to be proud of for that. They're trained, yes. So that's another thing. We talked about that yesterday, that a lot of times when you go to a place and there's bad customer service, it's often because the people aren't trained very well. So it's sometimes not their fault per se. Generous, love that one too. So they're generous with their time, with their ideas, so helpful. Okay, cool. I'm going to pull up, I'm going to get rid of this banner. Hold on. Yeah. And then I'm going to pull up our next slide. Oh, nope, not that one. What is the size 6? Hold on, sorry. Aha, yes. Okay, yeah, I just have definitions. This is not a matching one. Okay, I didn't turn this into a matching thing. So I hope you can see me again. Are we good? Have I disappeared? Because I'm sort of sitting in the same spot. I have not moved. They should be kind, nice, and good listeners. Energetic. Okay, I like that one. So these are some other things they should be. So a good customer service representative, persuasive, which actually, if you're persuasive, like you have to buy it, you need this, they're about to sell out, that can be persuasive. I don't know why I put this on this list. For me, persuasive is often very negative. But I do love when I go into a shop and you feel instantly like that person is going to tell you if what you have on looks horrible. They're not trying to sell you something because they want to sell something. If I go to a store and everything I try on looks amazing, it's awesome, then I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying anything. They should be considerate. Yes. Yeah. So for me, persuasive, actually, you need to be careful with that. Succinct, so short and clear with what they have to say, so not rambling on. Responsive, so they're quick to reply and to react. So if you need something in another size, if somebody messed up an order, they are quick to respond. They are responsive. Be polite and patient, definitely. And an extrovert doesn't help. It doesn't hurt, actually, if you are in the customer service industry. It helps people to maybe feel relaxed if you're not, like in their face, but you can help to calm people who might be nervous going into a store. Maybe it's a product they don't know about, or maybe it's a product that is a little bit out of their price range. Can be many reasons why a person would feel a bit anxious going into a store. A vendor should be persuasive. Exactly. Yeah. Customer service, like in a shop. For me, yeah, I don't know why I have this, but I think it's good we talk about this word. I wouldn't really put this on there again, but it's important because I think you go into a lot of shops where you feel like they work on commission here. They get money. If I buy something, they get money. They don't have your best interest at heart. Greet the customer in a warm and personal way to prioritize your wellness. When they see complaints as an opportunity to improve their shop. Yeah, okay. So be open-minded when they have complaints, because maybe there's a legitimate thing. Sometimes people, like Carmen, you said earlier, they complain to complain and they are never going to be content. And sometimes people complain and there's a legitimate thing that can make your business better. So you should be open-minded. Love that. They need to know about their products and be able to answer questions, right? So to be educated on the products they're selling. Definitely. There's nothing worse than going into a shop, especially for me. If it's like a tech shop, I'm lost. That's it. Nothing's happening. And if the person who's helping me knows the same amount as I do, that's just horrible. That's just frustrating. All right, so let's get rid of this. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. And let's see where we're going on to our next thing here. And so I have a nice little slide for us, our poll, which was at the beginning of the lesson, which shouldn't have been there. So there we go. Here's our poll. Everybody who has survived for the first 39 minutes at the beginning of this lesson, if you're watching the replay, you saw the poll. Now it's time to answer it. So 80% of companies say they give superior customer service, but what percentage of their customers agree? So a lot of companies think we have the best customer service. We really love our customers. We are like with our customers. But what percentage out of this poll that was taken, this survey, what percentage do you think they actually said that people really, that they felt that the company customer service was? What can you say? What percentage? Sorry. So, yeah, it's quiet. Unfortunately, here I can't also do a little poll where you can click things. Thank you very much, Michaela. So 30%. Okay, what else have you got? So we have maybe 30%, another 30% from Rosanna. Hello to you. What other percentages can you give me? What can you tell me? Between 50 and 60%. Okay. Maybe 40%. All right. Let's see. Let's get another answer and then I'll tell you. I think you're going to be shocked. I think a lot of companies are sort of off in what they feel is correct. To try to understand customers' feelings and sympathize as much as possible. Right. You really want to emphasize with them as well, where you really feel what they're feeling. So 20%, 20%. Okay, the actual number from the survey that I found said 8%. So they polled some people. They asked the companies, what do you feel that people would rate, your customers would rate your customer service? And these companies said 80%. And then they asked the shoppers and they said 8%. 8%. So there's definitely some room for improvement and communication there. 8% was the answer. That's so crazy. Let's see. And let me try to find where we're going next. Sorry. Our poll banner. I'm not sure where I went with this. So we had angry, complain. I might have jumped something. Yes. Okay. So I have another question for you. Let's see where we're going. So they thought 8%. Yeah, it looks better with an O. Absolutely. So yeah, it's nice to be in denial. Let's get rid of that. And let me pull this up for you. Which one was this? Aha, here we go. Okay, which companies have great customer service and which ones have the worst? So which companies do you feel are really good at customer service and who is horrible at it? So 80%, 8%. Yes, exactly, 8%. So I love, Carmen, I think that Techniker Krankenkasse, so the health insurance company in Germany, Technica, is so good. I have called them so many times and they have sat with me and filled out forms like word for word. As a foreigner and as a person who hates these kinds of things, so grateful. Every person you come across is thoughtful and kind and understanding. I've called them in tears. It's okay. Let's figure it out. So a health insurance company, my health insurance company, I absolutely love the best customer service. And I also have to say, I think that Apple has really great customer service. They will try to find a solution with you, for you, together with you. And yeah, so I think that those for me are the two companies from my experience that have really great customer service. What about for you? What has been your experience? What would you say? Any companies you can think of? Any brands, stuff like that? I'm not sure. So, Amazon has great customer service, in my opinion. Oh, my health insurance is not Techniker. I'm Barma, but they all all have great customer service. I think that keeps me in Germany is our health care system. Yes, I think so too. We have an amazing healthcare system. And Carmen, I'm happy that you too agree that we have a great healthcare system. I find a lot of Germans complain about it, but for an American, it's like living in paradise. Amazon has good customer service. I was never left hanging so far. Cool. I think any of the car markets, tech markets have good customer service. The worst are public companies, customer services like weather and trash. Okay. And Carmen, also being a German here, Deutsche Bahn, not good customer service, I would say. We have massive issues with trains in Germany being on time and getting canceled, and then you're stranded in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night. I had a long distance relationship for 4 years, and every other week, pretty much, I was on Deutsche Bahn. I know what I'm talking about. It was bad. So I would say bad customer service there, Deutsche Bahn. Any other ones have we got? Let's see. O2, my phone provider, has the worst customer service. I really hate them. Yeah. Telecom's not much better, I have to say. Northwest Airlines was terrible. I was calling that company North Worst. Ooh, good wordplay. Very good. And Condor. When we flew to Canada last year, they lost our luggage. And we knew where it was because we had air tags in the luggage. Otherwise, we would have for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, had no idea where our luggage was. We could see that it was still in Frankfurt. And instead of putting it on the next flight to Canada, they waited until the next flight to Halifax, where we flew into, which is once a week, basically, that they waited until this next flight came in, and then we got our luggage. And so we were there, we had nothing to wear, we were going hiking, we were in the city, we had all kinds of different things planned, and no one could tell us what they would give us money-wise as compensation for the things we needed to buy. So we bought stuff, and then they said, we're not compensating it. We're only giving you, and it was like nothing. I mean, because for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, we had no clothing, no toiletries, no shoes, no nothing, just what we had on our bodies and what we had on carry-on. And we will never fly Condor again. Starbucks has good customer service. Okay. Water, not weather. Yeah, I wondered a little bit. Sorry. Deutsche Bahn, let's be honest. We can't rely on anything that has to do with Deutsche Bahn. Thank you. Let's hate on Deutsche Bahn a little bit together. I agree, Deutsche Bahn, right? It's the worst. Deutsche Bahn. So sorry. I'm probably going to get banned on YouTube now for talking so poorly about them. But it's worth it. Sorry. It's a horrible company. Here in Brazil, we struggle with most services because there is no punishment. Aha. So they can treat you poorly and nothing happens. That's kind of like Deutsche Bahn, right? We don't have any other train service. There is no competitor. So they can be as horrible and lousy as they want to be. That's why you need competition. You need competition in the market. It keeps people being honest, I think. Okay, so then let's move on. And I'm not sure. I think I just have these as questions. Let me take a look and see where I have this. It's terrible. So let me pull up this or get rid of this. Hold on. I'm not sure I have this next thing. I have to take a look and see. What is that? Nope. What is that? Yes. Okay. That's what I want to share. Can you see me still? Are we back in seeing Jenn land? So Carmen, I was flying with Ryanair and they did not compensate for the damage they did to my ears that both have popped, and I was struggling to hear again. I am so lucky I had a good doctor. Ah, wow. That's horrible. Yeah, and in Germany, we have good healthcare. So that is something where there is good customer service there for sure. So let's see. So I have some questions for you. Let's go through them kind of one by one, I would say. What are shop assistants usually like in your country? I hear a lot. Let me get rid of this one banner thing. That's ugly. There we go. I hear a lot from Germans that they think that when you go shopping in the United States, and I'm using Germans as the example because that's really the only other culture I really know about because I have lived in Germany for the past 20 years. So I'm not trying to generalize or anything like that. It's just from my experience. But they always think that shop assistants in the USA are fake and horrible and phony and the worst. And sometimes they are, of course. Sometimes they work on commission, and so they're going to be your best fake friend. But in many cases, they're very nice because they're just nice. And that's not part of the mentality to be very complimentary and to be open like that in Germany. So they feel like the help is, or the assistance is fake. But I think I would rather someone be fake nice to me than not nice. When I first moved here in 1996, customer service, Carmen, isn't there a phrase that Germany is a customer service desert or something like that? So Deutschland is a customer service Wüste or something. Shop assistants ask too often for help, even if you tell them you really don't need anything. It's annoying. I prefer online shopping because of this. Yes, ask once and then respect the person's boundaries. Keep your antennae out to make sure that maybe they need something, but otherwise leave them alone for sure. But when I first moved to Germany in '96, I would go into shops where it was still okay to smoke, and you'd walk in and somebody would be sitting there, not even say hello, not even like address you. And like you'd go up to them and they would still be smoking and you'd be like, ich möchte die anprobieren. I would like to try them on. And like, yeah. So things have gotten a lot better, but it used to be really bad here. So what is it like in your country? What can you tell me? Are shop assistants annoying, or are they good? Are they respectful? Are they in your face? What can you tell me about shop assistants in your country? And if you like, we can hop to the second question as well. Do you like help from a shop assistant or not, or no? Or do you prefer to browse? And this is a word we had yesterday. When you look around and you're not shopping for something specific, you browse. Browse. And the third one, we can kind of do these all together. What type of things do you usually need help with? I need help with anything technological. Yeah, definitely a lot of help. I think you mean service booster. Yeah, genau. Hey, Brigitte. Yeah, genau. So a service desert. It's gotten better though, right? In Argentina, we have expensive and bad services like you have expensive and bad services like electricity and gas, and this isn't controlled or punished. Okay, so this is where you're saying they can do whatever they want. I prefer looking online, I think, or alone. Okay. So browsing alone, looking alone. Yes, on your own. Alone is like you're just alone, but on your own. On your own. I prefer to browse alone or on your own. Shop assistant in Japan are very nice. Too nice to make customers happy and let them pay. Okay. So they are happy. So they're very nice and they're happy. They do whatever they can to make the customers feel good. And then, yeah. Okay. Here is also many annoying assistants, and they tell that everything what you do is on suits you. Ooh, I hate this. Even to you so much, even if it's disgusting. Yeah, that for me is the worst. In Belarus, yes. So in Belarus, you have these pushy, when a person tries to get you to sell something, to buy something, that's called pushy. So you have pushy sales assistants. It's hard to say, pushy sales assistants who try to get you to buy things. That's horrible. It really ruins the shopping experience. I need boxes for my record player. I definitely need a shop assistant for that. Okay. What kind of records do you have? Nice. on my own. Yes, and own is OWN. OWN. Thank you. In general, in Argentina, the companies do not have good customer service. They sell on. Okay, so I guess maybe Mabel in Argentina, they are also pushy. Buy this. It looks great on you. Oh, wow. That was made for you. Pushy, exactly. Pushy. Thank you very much for typing that in, Linda. Thank you very much, dear. And forget. Okay, let's move on to our next point. Let me see where we're headed now. Let's see. So are we still, is everybody still here? Like you can see me and like even when I read the comments, or am I popping out? Last week, I think it was good. And I had everything on the other side. So I think I have to do that. I have to test it again. It's kind of, yeah, not so good. All right. Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay, let's see where we're headed. So actually we can do the next slide. So I'm going to show you some ways that you can politely say that you don't need any help. So let's take a look at that, the one that I just popped up here, and there we go. Okay, so this is when you don't need help, things that you can say. And if you would like to write your own sentence, you're more than welcome to do that, to practice it if you like. I was trying on some jeans and Levi's, and they told me they all don't look good on me. They wouldn't sell jeans to people with a Brazilian waist. What? That's horrible. Wow. So this is like the anti-pushy. I don't know what that is. Okay. That's horrible. And actually, Levi's are great for people with little tiny waists because you can get the tiny waist jeans. So I don't know. I'm sorry, Carmen. So you can say a shop assistant comes to you and says, "Can I help you?" Or "How may I help you?" Or would you like any help? And you can say, "Thank you. No, thank you. I'm just browsing for now. I appreciate it, but I'm okay at the moment. Thanks for checking. I'll let you know if I need anything. I'm fine for now, but I'll reach out if I have any questions. Thanks. I'm just looking around, and thank you. I'll ask if I need assistance later." I can't see these. All right. So these are nice, very polite ways of saying thank you, but no thank you. Go away. I prefer shopping by myself. Most of the time when I'm buying electronic items, I want a shop assistant. Okay. So electronic items, you need help and you prefer to shop in general on your own. I think for myself, I like to shop on my own. I always I know what is like this sweater, Hitoko, you asked me if this is the blouse or sweater. I've had this for over 10 years. I know what I like, and I know that when I find something that's me, I will buy it and I will wear it until there's literally 5,000 holes in it. So when I shop with other people, I find that I start like, chameleoning, or I let their influence come upon me, and I don't know my true direction somehow. So I prefer to shop on my own, definitely. What about any of you out there? You can share that as well. Let's see how we're doing on time. We have a couple minutes. Let's see. All right, let's move on to hotels. What could go wrong in a hotel? What can you tell me? What are some things that can go terribly wrong in a hotel? So many things, right? Many, many, many things could go wrong. What are some things you can complain about in a hotel situation, in a hotel setting? What can you tell me? Oh, my comments are over here. Let's see. Those answers are all precious in my next travel. So, Rosanna, I am not sure if you follow me on Instagram. I don't really know how to post these slides on YouTube. I did it last week, and I don't know if I'm supposed to use that for this. But on Instagram, I will definitely post them, and then you will have those for your next trip. Yeah. So cleaning issues, right? Maybe the toilet is dirty, or you find a hair in the sink. Yeah, so many issues, right? In a hotel, it's unlimited. So go for it. What kinds of things can you complain about? Maybe what are some things that you have complained about in the past? Cleaning. Okay. We have another cleaning. from Mabel. What else can you tell me that can be issues in a hotel? You can get very creative here. So noises, yes, maybe the walls are very thin and the neighbors are very active. Maybe that could be something that you complain about, definitely. What else could be going on in a hotel situation? Noises from other rooms. Some assistants say it's nice I have the same and then I don't because I don't want the same one as her. Oh, okay, Hatoko. So some shop assistants say, oh, I have the same one. And you're like, all right, it's over for me. I don't want it anymore. Hey, Carol. Hello. How's life on YouTube? It's a little chaotic, but good. You know, we're figuring things out here. But here we are. Breakfast could be bad. That could be something. So we're talking about things that you can complain about when in a hotel situation. A smoking room when you chose a non-smoking room, the worst. No Wi-Fi. For me, life or death. Cold water, right? So cold water, no hot water. So far we've had bad, so not a clean room, no hot water, no Wi-Fi, cold water, bad breakfast, smoking room with a non-smoking, which you wanted a non-smoking room, an uncomfortable bed, right? I mean, a lot of times I find that pillows in hotels are the worst. Maybe in particular with my bony head, but yeah, I don't know. The smell they have they have from old rugs. Oh, we were in a hotel recently in London, and it had carpet, which for me in a hotel room, when it has carpet, I get disgusted instantly. I want hardwood floors that I know have been vacuumed and cleaned with water every single time. It just disgusts me somehow. And this hotel had carpet. And not only did it have carpet, but it also had this stain that looked like this in the carpet that was crunchy. So it wasn't just like, you know, dark or something. It was, you stepped on it and it felt like you were stepping on like dried hot glue or something. It was crunchy. It was disgusting. I was so revolted. So high pillows, the smell from old rugs, uncomfortable bed. We had that when the safe doesn't open. Happened to me once. I freaked out a few hours before our flight home. Our passports, keys, and my camera was in there. Okay, that would definitely be something a little stronger than complaining. That's like, you know, necessity. This has to happen. All right. Any other things that you can add? Our room's bathroom door was very dirty with some, ooh, no, Yuki, no. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's so gross. Really? Oh, please tell me that wasn't in the United States. Oh, that's so bad. That's gross. That's really bad. I've seen also these videos of where people take I think it's blue light, right? Or black light, and they turn off the lights and then you can see all the dirt in a hotel room. That is so gross. Missing toilet paper is really embarrassing to ask for. It sure is. It sure is. Not a fun one. All right, let's see. Let's move on to our next point. Thank you. And I will pull up our slide that has to do with more things to complain about and ways that you can handle it if you are in the service industry. Noises from the lobby. I was in the hotel near the reception and they played the same Frank Sinatra CD the whole day. So I heard Sinatra the whole vacation. Well, that's a way to hate Frank Sinatra. You probably have some sort of trauma from that now when you hear it. I am so sorry. Are still bed bugs bothering? Ooh, last year I saw the news. Yeah, in New York, they had a big problem a couple years ago with bed bugs. Ugh, gross. The room's door. Ugh, yes, I'm sure there are so many germs on a door handle. I don't even want to think about it. Let's not. But we have a funny thing that quite often when we book a hotel room, for some reason, it always happens to be near the elevator or near like, you know, some like a way where people are walking. It's usually the elevator. So That was a motel in Chicago. Oh, sweetie. Okay, I'm embarrassed from I have secondhand shame from my my country. That's so horrible. Let's take a look at our slide and move on. Here we go. I think that's what we're looking for. Phrases to complain at hotels. And again, remember, all of these are things you can complain about, but phrasing these in a way that's a little bit softer with, I'm sorry to bother you, but, and all of these phrases that we can add in front of it, soften it, and make the complaint more digestible. So I've been waiting for my order. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is that? Waiting for my order for over 30. Okay, nope, that shouldn't be there. That's a typo. That should have been erased. My room isn't clean. I found hair and dust on the surfaces. There's too much noise coming from the hallway. I can't sleep. I booked a king size bed, but I was given a queen. And so a king size bed is really big. And in America, a queen size bed is like a double bed, a bigger bed. What to say if you are in the situation, you work at a hotel and need to have some phrases to say. Sorry for the issues you experience. Let me make it right for you. I appreciate your patience. I'll address this immediately with our housekeeping staff. I'm sure, Yuki, I hope they gave you something for free. That's so gross. And then the other thing, what are some examples of great customer service in a hotel? So we're not just being negative here. Have you ever stayed in a hotel? Yuki, I know you were able to stay in a hotel room for free. Was this the time? Because maybe that's the hotel you don't want to stay at for free. But has anybody had amazing service at a hotel? I love going to hotels where they have lots of little fun, lotions and potions and different things. We were staying at a hotel in London once, and they had so many fun things. It was just, I just could take it all. I say no to nothing. I'm just like, scrape it into my bag. I'll find a wet place for it. Yeah, so I like it when hotels have things like that, where they have a lot of freebies, a lot of free lotions and shampoos and fingernail files and sewing kits and, above and beyond. I like that kind of thing. Have you had a great experience in a hotel? What can you tell me? Oops. And then we'll move on to some idioms. I have really good idioms for us. That was the motel in Chicago. Okay, that was that with the poop on the door. Yuck. That's so gross. So let's see. The kettle is useful. Okay. Yes, the kettle is useful in a hotel room. I think I've never used a coffee machine or a kettle. I don't think so. I got a free night. Is that where you got the free night, Yuki? Oh my gosh. That's almost an insult. I don't know. I think I would just want my money back. I don't want to stay there a day longer, I think. Never go back there again. My daughter told me something really gross about the kettle. She said that people use it to wash their undergarments. She saw a TikTok video. So I don't know. I don't know about the kettle. Maybe do a little research there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's wrong. Otherwise, let's see. All right, let's take a look at our slide then, and we're going to move on to, let's see, to some great idioms. All right, these are so tiny, I can barely see them. I'm going to have to read them on my iPad. Let's see. So idioms. Here we go. So to go the extra mile. Are these tiny for you as well? Can you read these? Because I really can't. I find them incredibly small. Really? Yeah. I mean, she told me that. I don't know. Did you watch that episode of Friends where Joey collected those hotel shampoos and everything that was for free? And when they wanted to leave, the whole luggage popped open at the reception? That's me. If it is not nailed down, if it's legal to take, it's mine. Like, I have pads of paper and pencils and pens from every place we have ever stayed. My partner is like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, we paid for it. It's okay. But I like that. It's a nice little souvenir, I don't know. So let's see. Is this tiny for you as well? Can you read this or not? Let me know. how this is for you. I will go ahead and start reading these so that we can get through them. To go the extra mile, cut to the chase, the customer is always right. Actions speak louder than words, kill them with kindness, bend over backwards. And these are all really idioms that people use regularly, absolutely regularly. The weather wasn't good, so we got a better room with an ocean view. Ooh, lucky you. All right. So, and definitions to match up here, we have be extra nice to difficult people, get to the main point quickly, try very hard to help someone, always try to please the customer. Let's see, what you do is more important than what you say, and do more than what is required. How are we in seeing these? Because for me, this print is so tiny. Let's see. Yeah. Can you read these? Or should I just match them for us? So what works best with to go the extra mile? What one could you say works best with go the extra mile? What can you tell me? To go the extra mile. You can see them, I guess. Okay, so to go the extra mile, what are we saying? And if you want to use these, if you know them already, then you're more than welcome to use them in a sentence, because these really are idioms that people use all the time. And I actually would be interested, out of these 6, how many do you know already? I'm curious. So Brigitte, my dear, is saying 1 is C, to go the extra mile, try very hard to help someone. Could definitely be. It's not the answer I'm looking for, but it definitely could be. 1 is F, yes. So, okay, I'm not sure F or C exactly. So totally could be C. In this case, it's not. It's F. To do more than what is required, right? You go the extra mile. You make sure that the customer is happy. You like if they want, let's say, this pillow, and you don't have it in the store, then you call the other stores. You try to find it for them. You try to have it delivered to them within the next day. So you do everything you can to make sure that the customer is happy. You go the extra mile. And these are also, of course, things that you can use in everyday life as well. So you can go the extra mile in many situations, anytime that you or someone else does more than what is expected. What does cut to the chase mean? What do you think number 2 is? Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you very much. And now number 2, to cut to the chase. What can you tell me with cut to the chase? Yep, 2 is B. Yeah, get to the main point quickly. Yeah, cut to the chase. This is me. I'm always this. I need to cut to the chase. It's very difficult, but I am such a rambler. I need to learn to cut to the chase more. Definitely 2 is B, to make more effort than is expected of you. Super, exactly. Yeah, you do much more than what people think, then you go the extra mile. Number 2 was absolutely B. What do we have for number 3? What can you tell me for that? What do we have for number 3? So number 1 was F, number 2 is B, number 3, the customer is always right. 3 is D, exactly. Always try to please the customer, exactly. 2B, I remember the idiom from the lesson with teacher Ilana. Cool, awesome, super, super. Then we'll make it stick even more. So, all right, cool. Number 2, to cut to the chase. So let's see. Number 4, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. What do we got for number 4? This is probably this exists in every language, right? Actions speak louder than words. Do you have this in your language as well? Because it's such a truth in many ways. So number 4 is E, absolutely correct. what you do is more important than what you say. Do you have something like this in your language? Because it's such a little truth bomb. It's so absolutely, yeah, it really happens that way. Number 5, kill them with kindness. I love this. This is, I think, very kind of American in a way. So number 5, thank you very much for hopping in there. Number 5 is A, to be extra nice to difficult people. So you kill them with kindness. You are so nice to them. You don't let their meanness get to you. Don't let their bad attitude get to you. So you try to do things to make them sort of act like a normal human. So exactly, 5 is A, to be extra nice to difficult people. You kill them with kindness. So to bend over backwards, last but not least, is C, to try very hard to help someone. And all of these you can use outside of customer service or the customer service arena. It's absolutely, you can bend over backwards to try to help your neighbor. Maybe they're sick, and so you cook for them and you do everything you can to try, you bend over backwards for them. Yeah, but I like all of these idioms. If you wanted to use any of these in a sentence, then you're more than welcome to do that. Otherwise, thank you everyone for answering. I think the comments are coming in a bit slower. I think I have a bit of a delay. I don't know if you've noticed that on your end or not, but yeah, it seems kind of slow. So anyway, just so you don't think I'm being rude here. So let's see, let's move on to another question that I've got for you. And let's see, which one is this? Do you think? All right. So do you think chatbots are helpful in providing customer service? Why or why not? What is your opinion on chatbots? What can you tell me? So calling up and not talking to a human, talking to a robot. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Does it depend? What can you tell me with customer service in regards to chatbots? What can you tell me? I can't stand them, but I said that earlier in my live stream, so I won't bore you with that. They drive me crazy. I don't, yeah, no. And they don't understand me. They don't understand my accent. They don't understand my German. So what do you feel about chatbots? What can you tell me? My tea, actually, it's like a ginger, lemon and green tea kind of thing. And it has a really interesting taste. Tastes almost like perfume, which I guess is okay. But it's helping my throat. So that's good. Do you like chatbots? Do you not have a problem with them? What do you think? So it is helpful for the companies to help consumers. Yeah, I think like also because chatbots are around 24 hours a day, if you have a problem in the middle of the night, maybe that's a pro, right? At least you can have contact with some form of information. So maybe that's a plus side for chatbots. They're 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. I love the chatbots in DHL. When I'm getting a package, they're very, very helpful. I don't like to call some stranger for something that a chatbot can do, can tell you. Okay, that is right. I don't like chatbot customer support at all. So you were old school. I don't like chatbots. It's like someone is guessing what you want, but never understands. Oh my gosh, Linda, that is so spot on, right? You're like, no, it's not that. No, 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 no. Yeah. But if I've got a problem, it is not listed in the chat bot. I need someone to talk to. Okay, so Carmen, you first go to the bot. If the bot can't help you, then you look for a human, if I understand correctly. Okay. So it seems like it's a bit mixed, but there are good things about the bots. I hadn't thought of the 24 hours a day type of thing with them, but that is definitely a point. Let's see. And so my last little point for us, I think, hold on, let me move this real quick. Let me see. How do online reviews affect? Okay, let's not do that one. And I felt like I had another. We've had that one. And what is this? That was my poll. Aha. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't want to leave out any information. And my last question for us for today is this, because, yeah, what do you think of the saying, the customer is always right? That means, if you already know what that means and you would like to define it, go ahead and do that. Or if you would like to give your opinion about that, like, is it okay? Is it true? To which extent? You please feel free to go from there. What can you tell me? What do you think the saying, the customer is always right, means? What does that mean? For me, I think it has limitations. I feel like not always. And I think the customer needs to treat the employee right first as well. If the employee is being kind and trying to find solutions, then it's not their place to be unkind. They need to have a little bit of understanding. I know in Germany, sometimes it can be really frustrating when you go to restaurants and things like that, because a lot of places have problems trying to find people that want these jobs and serve the service industry. So a lot of times restaurants are open, but they are understaffed, meaning they don't have enough people to work there. And so the service might be bad, but that's not the waiter's fault. That's because they don't have enough people to work. And the alternative is the restaurant doesn't open at all. So if you're unkind to that waitress or waiter, then, that's not really a cool thing. So to try to be nice, always to avoid bad reviews. Okay. Yeah. Because nowadays you have to be really careful. Back in the days before reviews, you could be kind of horrible and it was like word of mouth. But nowadays it's instant. If you're great, yes. Oh, I read this really interesting statistic that it was like people are far more likely to write a bad review than they are a good review. They are far more likely, which I think is kind of sad. But I think, every time I have really amazing customer service, I want to write a review, and the same with bad, but somehow I'm kind of too lazy. Unless they send me an email and it's like, click here, write one sentence, then I do it. But typically I'm too lazy, which is not good both ways, because sometimes people should be warned about certain companies. Let's see. It's a slogan which exhorts service, good word, staff to give a high quality to customer satisfaction. Somehow try to solve their issues. Hey, Alessia, you're back again. Good reviews, never heard. Never heard. Okay, so good reviews, do you mean like people rarely write good reviews? The customer is not always right. Sometimes there are misunderstandings, etc. You have to come to an agreement together when there is a complaint, okay? Japanese customer service is completely struggled by this kind of idea. That is why customer harassment occurs nowadays. That was the word that y'all had earlier, that Totoko had. Yes. So do you feel that the Japanese customer has changed over the years, that they have become more demanding and more rude? Is that the situation, or what is it, would you say? Exhorts. Okay. Super. Anybody else want to share anything? Otherwise, then I would say that we slowly but surely wrap things up. And I would like to do what I did yesterday or 2 days ago in our live stream. And maybe if you have anything that you would like to share, a new word, a new phrase, a final thought for our lesson today, then please take the moment now to use the word in a sentence, or tell me which word was new, or which phrase or idiom or something that you learned today. So I think the shop assistant or customer support and customer should be equal, right? You're in this together. Somebody wants something, somebody wants to give something. So yeah, I agree. I have to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Mabel, darling. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. So anybody want to have share final thoughts with the lesson for today? You're more than welcome to write a new word, a new phrase, anything like that. Otherwise, I will slowly say goodbye and move everything over to this side for next week. This didn't happen the last time. It was all very stable. So I don't know what happened here, but something clearly has happened with my camera. I don't know. I don't know. So I think that I have a delay, so I want to wait a little bit before I say goodbye because I want to hear your thoughts if you do have something to say, but I don't want to pressure you. So happy I could join today. I am happy you could join today too. I'm sorry, Carmen, about the circumstances. Thank you. I am learning. I'm just browsing instead of I'm just looking. Oh, you can also say I'm just looking. Both are correct. I'm browsing, I'm looking. Both are totally fine. Absolutely. You can use them interchangeably, not a problem. But browsing is typically a new vocabulary word, so I focused on that. So thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely. Japanese customers getting rude and demanding recently. Okay, so this has been a change within the community. You're welcome, Hitoko, and say hi to the boys from me. Sometimes customers are impolite because they are in a bad mood, and that's not okay. Yes, they need to always put themselves in the other person's shoes. You know, your bad mood, you know, that affects the other person if you let it out on them. Everything was useful. Very happy to hear that. Thanks for the lesson and for your time and patience. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry this was so slightly chaotic. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get this under control, and I hope when I move everything over here next week, we will be back in business. So thank you everyone for taking the time to move over here to Instagram, from Instagram to YouTube. It looks like we've had a really tight-knit community today, meaning nobody new here, really, I don't think. So your lives are precious. Oh, thank you very much. Your lives in my lives are precious. So have a wonderful day, folks. Thank you again for your time. And I hope to see you next week. Next week, we will talk about talents. So yeah, I think that will be fun. Please, when is there going to be the next? So the next live, I will go live on Instagram on the Iwa account on Tuesday. I'll be back here the same time on Wednesday. And so if you're new, please join this community here. You can join my Instagram account. I can type it in here. It's, how do I do that? Okay, yeah, that's gonna work. English, not English, English.with.Jenn. That is my Instagram account. You can find me there. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I know it's a big ask to have everybody come over to here, but in the long run, this will, if I can get this going, this will be so beneficial. Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day, folks, and all the best. Bye. Thank you for your patience again. Thank you. I have to end.